Welcome to a brand new episode of Tomahawk and Stu Pitch a Podcast, the only show where I, Tomahawk,
and me, Stu,
we come up with terrible ideas for podcasts and then give you a little sample of each one when we feel like it.
We're off to a great start. I love it.
This is going to be the best episode we ever do. It's all going to be downhill from here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start us off this week. My first pitch is an interview show where you can only answer yes or no. It's the yes or no show.
Okay. Good name.
Thank you. Thank you. You ready to dive in?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Before we do you want to be the person who asks questions or do you want to get questioned?
I'll get questioned. It seems insanely easier.
All right. Hello. Welcome to the Yes No Show. My guest today is Stu. How are you today, Stu?
I'm good. You know?
You have to answer yes or no.
Oh, we're starting. Yes.
Now you understand the premise of the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Stu, have you ever had any sexually charged dreams about your own dad?
No.
Have you pooped your pants in the last 3 months?
Yes.
Have you pooped your pants in the last 2 months?
No.
All right. Was this the time that you ate nothing but corn for an entire week?
No.
Did that event cause you to poop your pants doing that for a full week?
No.
Stu, that time back when we worked at the movie theater and you were trying to convince us that you were becoming a superhero and you prowled the streets at night looking for violence. Were you lying?
Yes.
Stu, that time we were at IHOP and then you randomly tried to stab yourself with a butter knife. Were you trying to kill yourself or did you just want attention? The attention one, yes or no? I think this is a great show. What do you think, Stu?
That was quite the gauntlet. I love that. That's great.
Yeah? Do you want to take a turn? You want to take a turn in the driver's seat?
No, I have no idea what to ask you. I'm not prepped for this like you have.
That wasn't prepped. That was just off the top of my head.
You just had so many questions that you wanted to know about me.
Stu, what's your pitch? What's your first pitch?
You know what I love?
Anime. Hentai specifically.
Well, yeah, but more like, relevant to the current situation. Mm-hmm. I love bagels.
Oh, sure. Who doesn't like bagels?
Oh, yeah. I love bagels. And we honestly, a podcast solely about bagels would be great.
I have some follow-up questions. Do we make bagels or do we eat and review bagels?
It's primarily an interview-based podcast where we interview people about bagels. Yeah. About their favorite bagels and stuff like that.
All right, let's dive into the sample here. All right. Start us off.
Hi, welcome to the Everything Podcast, where we talk about everything. Where we talk about everything bagels. Now, today we have a special guest on the show. I'd like to welcome Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne, how you doing?
I'm doing very, very good.
Dwayne, are you under the weather? You sound a bit.
Yep, I'm a little sick. As you can tell, I'm a little less buff than normal, but just a smidgen.
You know what? You know what'll really fix you up right now?
Cooking something.
Like a bagel.
Mm-hmm. That's what The Rock's cooking. The Rock being me.
That's what The Rock is cooking. Now, Mr. The Rock, tell us about your ideal bagel.
All right, so my ideal bagel is full of protein. As a matter of fact, it's made of protein powder. Because, I'm The Rock, and I have to have my protein. Carbs, don't eat them. Who cares? Now, you can throw some egg, make it like a bagel sandwich. So you have protein powder bagel, egg, not cooked, just raw egg, and then bottom base, protein powder.
Okay.
Maybe, if I'm feeling real wild, a bit of a mayo spread.
That sounds messy. Does it get messy?
No, I have personal chefs who know exactly the right way to make your protein powder bagel.
Do they turn the protein powder into a dough, or is it just straight up bricks of protein powder?
They do their best. They
As
try,
anyone can do.
But imagine a very chalky dough.
Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be the case. Do you have any specific flavor of protein powder for your bagel?
Probably a vanilla is the one I go to most often.
That's a safe choice.
Here's what I would compare it to.
Okay.
Imagine you left a Flintstones vitamin in water for about 2 minutes. And that's roughly what it is. It's a little bit soggy on the outside, but real crunchy at the center.
Crunchy on the center, and then you also got the extra sogginess from the raw egg in the middle.
Absolutely.
Just to bring it on home.
This is the perfect bagel.
That sounds delightful. Delightful. Well, that's all the time we have for today on the Everything Podcast. Dwayne, thank you for hanging out with us.
Anytime.
Did you love that?
There was more to that show. I felt like we could have kept going for a while, especially if you bring in different guests every week.
Exactly.
I don't know if The Rock wants to have his own podcast. Does he have a podcast? Yeah. Probably not.
No, but you know what? There's only one way to find out, and that's trying to get a hold of his agents.
That feels like it should be its own thing.
Yep.
All right, so my next pitch. I'm excited about this one. I've had this idea for a while. This is the Penis People Podcast.
I don't like it. Veto.
This is a show about penises for people who have penises. And it's just us talking about what life is like with a penis.
No, I don't like it.
This is a nice time for me to shout out my mom, who diligently listens to this show. Hi, Mom. I love you.
Thankfully, no one I know listens to this show.
Not yet, but they will.
Oh, no.
The Penis People Podcast is going to be the biggest podcast of all time.
I will be dead before this episode comes out, so it's okay.
Maybe.
If everything goes well.
If you try that bagel that Dwayne Johnson so graciously gave us the recipe to, you might die. All right, so let's dive into the sample of the Penis People Podcast. Hello there. Welcome again to another safe place, which is the Penis People Podcast. A safe place for anybody who has a penis on their person or in a jar or in a pocket or anywhere. As long as you have a penis, you can listen to this show. If you don't have a penis, that's okay. We accept you also.
I was going to say this is about to get really problematic.
Joining me today is a person who, technically, has a penis. Please welcome Stu Wu.
I thought you were going with the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson again. Hi, thank you for having me on the show today.
Now, I want to start off with questions that you might not get all that frequently, Stu. For instance, when people who have penises are discussing length, they always talk about it when it's at its longest. What is the shortest your penis can get down to?
I would say about an inch. Inch and a half at the best.
When it starts turtling?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Does that count as negative then? Because it starts going back in because like the pants are weird, so it like folds in on itself. Because if that's the case, then it's like probably -4 inches.
I'm not sure I can say if that counts or not. Only you know what counts for you.
I feel like that should count. So, but let's honestly like go like -1 to 1.5 inches.
Understandable. Thank you for being honest in this space.
Oh, anytime. This is a safe space.
This is a safe space.
Completely confidential. No one will ever hear this conversation.
Do you have any interesting stories about your penis that you are willing to share with us today? Preferably non-sexual.
Yeah, I've got a good one here. So, I used to have roommates. Great start to the story like that.
Absolutely.
I used to have roommates, and I was talking to some people and they were like, yeah, Stuart, did you know that you sleepwalk? And I'm like, that's impossible. And they're like, why? I'm like, because I sleep in the nude. So if I ever sleepwalked, people would have told me by now. And my roommate looks at me and goes, I know you sleep nude because you sleepwalk. So they got to see my penis at its most vulnerable when I had no choice over how it can possibly look. So, yeah. God, that brought back so much drama. Whew. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us today.
You're welcome.
The penis is a very vulnerable part of the body, and we have to be vulnerable with ourselves when we're sharing our experiences with it. Thank you.
Thank you.
How'd you feel about that show, Stu?
Why are all of your topics revealing so many things about me today?
I'll never tell.
Oh.
Hey, real fast, before we jump into Stu's next pitch. If you're enjoying this, please subscribe, leave a like, and comment below if you think I should ask Stu any more invasive questions, and give me examples of what I should ask. And I will try and find a pitch around it so I can ask it later on. All right, so Stu, it's time for your next pitch. What you got?
Alrighty, I've got a pretty bad one here, but I think it's going to work out great.
Oh, all these are terrible.
Oh,
I can't wait
yeah.
to hear it.
I've got a little thing called the Wheezecast.
Like the band? Weezer?
Sort of. Okay. Instead of focusing solely on Weezer, we focus on things that are relative to Wheeze.
Just the concept of wheezing?
No, not the concept of Wheezy, but the name. The word Wheeze. So, let's...
You want to give us some specifics, Stu?
Let's hop into the podcast and find out.
Okay, start us off.
Hi, well...
I wasn't expecting you to start off with a Yoda sound.
What Yoda sound?
You leaned in the frame and you went... Okay, all right, start us off. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You just took me off guard with your Yoda grunt. Got this, you have.
All right. Hi there. Welcome to the Wheezecast, where we tackle topics revolving around Wheeze. Today, we have a special guest with us today. That guest is Jason Statham. Jason, how are you doing today?
Hello, it's me, Jason Statham.
I lied. It's not Jason Statham today. Actually, it's our old friend Vin Diesel who's here.
Hello, it's me, Vin Diesel.
Vin, thanks for being here today.
No problem, go. I'm here.
Now, Vin, you got your start in Hollywood fame from your iconic role as Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah,
Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, so there was.
I can't breathe.
Oh man. Oh God. Sorry, mate. What was the question? I think I'm Australian now. It's me, Australian Vin Diesel. I voice Carl Weezer.
I can't.
I love Jimmy Neutron. Good show. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. I'm crying.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah, I loved it.
We need to see more episodes of that in the future of the Wheezecast. I don't know if that's going to be enjoyable for anybody else, but man, I loved it so much.
It was so good. That's one of those things that I'm going to remember every day for the rest of my life.
I think we're going to need an edit point.
Somewhere.
Editor Tomahawk, get us to when we both have some form of composure.
20 minutes later.
Are we doing another one?
Yeah, we're going to do one more.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think that what we should do is have a show where, you know how like taste tests are big on the internet?
Oh, yeah.
We taste test shampoos.
Okay. I like it.
We can start out in the beginning by by going after like one particular brand. Can be like, we'll start off with Suave and we'll work our way up to like Pantene or whatever. Be like, what do you think would taste better? Ocean Breeze or like a green apple?
Oh, it's gotta be the Ocean Breeze, right? Because green apple's always so sour.
I like the sourness though.
I'm not a big sour guy.
You're not a big sour guy?
No, spicy and sour are probably my least favorite. Well, spicy, sour, and bitter, my least favorite flavors.
Little known fact. Do you know who is a sour guy?
Is it Jason Statham?
It might be. We should ask him. How about this? Hey, Jason Statham. Can you tell the people about our Patreon? Oi, bro, you got it. It's a different voice this time. Oi, if you go to the Tomahawk and Stu Patreon page, if for $1 a month, they'll read out one of your pitches out here on the podcast. But if you give $5 a month, you get bonus content every week on top of that. It's going to be a right fun time, mate.
Why am I offended by that accent?
I have no idea. I think that one's fair game for all of us to make fun of. All right, Stu, is there anything you want to plug?
I do have a Twitch channel, which I actually did use the other day. So yay for me.
Wow.
Twitch.tv/Stu_. Same thing for Twitter and Instagram. That's where you can find me.
That is incredible.
Incredibilis.
I'm blown away.
Thank you.
Hi, if you are watching this on the YouTube channel, then you can check out the extended audio version of this, which will have at least one bonus pitch in it, probably. And will be probably 10 minutes longer or more. I have no idea yet. I haven't edited it. Is there anything you want to say before we leave off on this episode, Stu?
No, there's not. I don't know. This is 9 years from my life.
Bro. Bye.
Bye.